So that was chapter 1. We got a light. We got a path. We basically got our animation. It's way too slow, but it's okay. Actually, if I'm going to crank it up, I might as well do this. It will take 100 frames. I just picked up the keyframe and I just moved it over. And what we can do is Shift F3, click on the position track here, and just take that away. And afterwards, I'm just going to repeat it and do it like 3 times or something like that. I don't know. So there we go. And it just goes around and around and around. Since it's linear, it's not going to slow down anyways. Right, now we all know what the sweep NURBS can do, but this one is special because here I'm just going to add a circle, and I'm going to scale this circle down. Actually, I can do it just by using the coordinates. Let's do it down to 20. That's really tiny. 80. That seems to be okay. And I'm just going to drop this into the sweep NURBS. Now, this is going to be the neat thing, because I'm actually going to add a MoGraph feature called the tracer. Now, the tracer is it's got a lot of settings, but it's really cool what it can do. And I'm just putting the tracer in where you would normally put the path. This tracer object is now tracing the circle, which is incorrect. It should be tracing the light. And let's see. First of all, it has to trace the paths. Sure, it has to create a path, basically a tail. And what it does, see the limit, let's do it from the start, I think. I can change it around. Let's make this a Bezier curve so that it's a nice curvy line. Intermediate points, I always do uniform. I don't know what it is. Amount, that's the number of frames in this case. So let's take 12. Let's see what it does. It basically makes a tube, and it does it from start, so that's wrong. It should be doing it from the end of where it is, so that it will actually, the tube will crawl over this line. And then we have to do all kinds of stuff to the sweep NURBS itself. But we do that in scale. Let's see, and we'll just take a frame somewhere over here. I can see what it does. This is a good spot. I'm just going to go over to the sweep. It's pretty long. Maybe I should actually put the tracer down to like 7 steps or something like that. And then take it again. This is long enough. I can roll around a little bit. And now I'm going to go to the sweep, and we've done this before. You go and unfold details. Now what I'm going to do is going to make it a sort of like a worm thingy. So it's going to have a round head and a very tiny pointy tail. And I'm doing it exactly the other way around, of course. So I have to do it again. So this is going to be the head, I think, and this is going to be the tail. Let's put this one there, and let's put that one up. Let's make it a little bit over the top. So this is what we got. Right. If you have a uniform curve, then just pump up these. It's a little bit overdoing it. And let's see. We're getting it. Now it's fairly round. If I put it lower, you'll see at some point it will just become a pencil. So let's put it up to this. 66 is fine. And we need some shading for that. first, if you render this, it might be, no, you can still see the light. That's pretty good. But you don't see the lens effect, I think. Do we? I don't know. But anyways, you go to the light and you go to the lens effects and you can, let's see, faded behind object. Well, let's switch that off. It goes straight through everything. It basically puts it, the lens flare, on top of the normal render. Use light parameters, leave that on. Yeah, we're just going to make a surface, and since I'm not going to light this scene, I'm just going to use luminance, and I can do all sorts of things. What's really cool is Fresnel, or Fresnel, so like some other people call it. Let's make this, yeah, the outside is going to be white and the inside is going to be blue. Actually, yeah, it looks pretty good. And let's give it a glow, but the glow intensity is way too much. And the inner strength I should put down to 30. Make it nice and subtle. And let's see what it does on the sweep. And I render this. Now what the Fresnel does is it actually looks at if a surface is turned towards the camera or facing basically in a 90 degrees angle from the camera. So the edges are going to be white and the inside is going to be blue, and it's always going to be like that. This might be a problem that the light is basically right there and not just sticking in the core of the comet sort of thing. So what I'm going to do is actually going to group the light. I have to do Alt-G and put the align to spline, put a little bit into the null, and then I have to move the light. I can do that interactively. Move it into the core. So now it's moving along with that 0. And actually the tracer should be tracing the 0. I'm not deleting anything. And now we get something like this. Yes. So let's see, just a little test render. That looks pretty cool. Okay, next up, particles.